Now, here you have an idea. What is your idea? Your idea is to start an e-commerce platform. But do you have the technical knowledge? No. So what you are going to do, you will do the market research. Okay, if I go with this idea to the Infosys company, how much they may charge? If I go to IBM company, how much they might charge? So you will just do some market research among your friends or among your community, and then you will decide one IT company. Okay, this company will be best suitable for these projects because they have an experience of working with the projects which I am looking for. So you'll think in this way and you'll approach the IT organization. Now, when you approach the IT organization, what will happen is you have to go and tell them your idea. You have to discuss your idea. Okay, assume that you are the client here. What is client idea? Client idea is to start an e-commerce platform. Now, who are these people? These people are the ones who are having technical knowledge. Okay, they are having technical knowledge because they are from the IT industry itself. So they have the technical knowledge. Now, you will discuss your idea. What you will tell to the technical team, you will tell that this is my idea and this is my budget and this is my time which I am giving you. Can you do this project for us? You will tell that. Now they will verify each and everything. First, they will understand your requirements, what kind of application you want to start, what features you want to give it in the application, everything they will ask you. So if you have an idea, you will discuss with them. If you don't have an idea, you will sit. A technical team and non-technical team will sit all together and they will come into one conclusion. Okay, then they will tell that, okay, we are ready to start your project. Okay, we are ready to take over your application development and deployment into the servers. That is how the projects will come into the IT industry. Whenever you join a company, people will tell that I am working on so and so project. I am working on Netflix project. I am working on Edureka project. What does it mean? It means this is how the process will happen in the backend. So now you might have a question here, sir, when I join a company, will I be sitting with them? Will I be sitting with the client? No. Directly, you might not be able to sit because consider that you might not have an experience. If you have an experience, you will be sitting with the client, you will understand the client requirements and everything you will do. But let's say you are joining as a fresher or you are joining as a 1 or 2 years experience. Obviously, you will not be allowed to sit there because you don't have sufficient experience. Right? This is how the projects will come to the IT industry. So now, what is your project, sir? What is the project here? The project is to develop the e-commerce platform. Okay, the project is to develop the e-commerce platform. Now the question is, who will develop this project? What are the different types of people who are involved in developing this project? There are different teams in every organization. Okay, in every organization, there are different teams. Now, what is the first team that will come into picture? Now, let's say you want to develop an application. Now, what is the first thing that you will do? You can unmute yourself or you can also reply in the chat box. Anything is fine for me. What is the first thing that you will do? Don't think that you are a DevOps engineer. In general, you have a project. Now, what is the first thing that you will do in order to develop this project? What is the first thing? You have understood the requirements. Karthik, you have understood the requirements here itself. Now, the project is there in the company. In the company, what is the first activity that you are going to do? You need to write the code for the application. You understood the requirements. Now what you will do? You will write the code for the application. That is called as source code. Okay, that is called as source code. You will write the source code of the application. Now the question is, who will write the source code? For every organization, there will be a team which is called as a development team. Okay, there will be a team which is called as development team. So who will be there inside the development team? Developers will be there. Java developers, Python developers, PHP developers. There are different programming languages. So development team will do the development of the application. That means they are going to write the code for the application. So once development team writes the code, what is the next thing that you are going to do? Just as in a generic sense, you think. No need to think like a software engineer. In a generic sense, you think. Code is ready. Developers have written the code. Development team has given the code to you.
Test the code.
Exactly. So the next thing that we need to do is, we cannot directly take the code and deploy into the servers because we don't know whether the code contains any bugs or not. So what you will do, you are going to test the code. Now, who is going to test the code? DevOps engineers will test the code? No. Development team people will test the code? No. There will be a separate team which is called as a testing team. Testing team will test the codes. There are different tools that are available to test the codes. Okay, manual testing, automation testing. Again, in manual and automation testing, there are different testing environments that are available. Testing will be done. Let's say testing is also completed. The code is successfully tested and there are no bugs that are available in the code. There is no problem with the code. Bugs means any vulnerabilities, any problems with the code. Problems are also not there. Code is clear. Now, once the testing team gives the approval that this code can be utilized for the next stage, then comes the next team, which is known as operations team. Okay, then comes the next team, which is known as operations team. Who is an operations team member? DevOps engineers are the people who will work here. In the operations team, DevOps engineers will be working. Now, as an operations team people, what you are going to do? Code is written, code is tested. Now, what is your duty as a DevOps engineer? Your duty is to deploy the application into the servers. Okay, your duty is to deploy the application into the servers. That is called as an operations team, or you can also call it as deployment team. Usually, we generally don't call it as deployment team. We'll call it as operations team. I'll let you know that operations team how it came also. Let's say the operations team has successfully deployed. That means DevOps engineers have successfully deployed the application into the servers. Now, once the application is deployed into the servers, is the work completed? Can you go and tell to the client that, yeah, we have deployed your application, you take care of it. Can you do that? No, you should not do that. What you are going to do? As an organization, you have to maintain that application also. That is the part of your agreement. When agreement is done, it is not writing the code, testing the code and deploying the code. After doing all of these things, you are going to maintain it for some days, some months or some years, depending upon the requirement. Let's say a road is constructed, a highway is constructed, a contractor has constructed the road. After constructing the road, will they just go like that? No. They will, in the project, in the contract document itself, it will be mentioned that you have to, whatever repairs that comes in the next 10 years on this road, you have to maintain those. Similarly, here also we have to do that. Okay. For that, we have different teams. One such team which is involved is the database team. Okay. One such team which is involved is database team. So what is the role of database team? Database team role is to collect the data, whatever that we are getting it from the application. Okay, whatever that we are getting it from the application, database team will maintain the data. Let's say you have logged in your Instagram account. Now, every time when you open an Instagram account, do you need to log in? Let's say that you didn't sign out. You just logged in and frequently you are opening. Whenever you open Instagram, do you need to enter your email ID and password? No. Your email ID and passwords will be saved in the database of Instagram. Exactly. So that is what the different teams that are involved in the project. This is pure real time. This is how it happens in the back end of projects and in the front end of the project. Whatever that we see in the top, these are the back end of a project. Whatever that you see here, these are the front end of a project. Okay. What happens visibly is this. What happens without visibly is this. Here, high profile people will be involved. High experienced people, high profile people will be involved. So this is about how the projects will come to the IT industry. Okay. Now,